Subhanallah, 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 Subhanallah.
Amazing Islam.
It's an Aouun Digital Media presents.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyid al-Anbiya wal Mursaleen wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri. Ahlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. My dear brothers and sisters, those who are listening from all around the globe, I welcome all of you to our session, Juz by Juz, which is we are in second Ramadan today, and we are going to talk about the summary of Juz number 2. So let's start. What Allah Subhanahu Otala says in this Juz for us in an amazing way. This Quran, Allah Rabbul Alameen sent us for our guidance. He sent many messages in this book. As Allah says, Zalikal Kitab La Rayba Fi. There is no doubt in it. So what is that no doubt in it? Let's understand this. So Juz number 2, the second Juz, and that is split into 3 passages. That begins with passages 142 to 152, and which is a discussion of the Qibla and a change from Alaska in Jerusalem to Kaaba in Mecca. The situation that Bani Israel in the Medina at the time tried to exploit by creating divisions and down amongst the Muslims, as referenced in ayah number 142, where Allah Subhanahu Otala says, سَيَقُولُ السُّفَهَاءُ مِنَ النَّاسِ. The foolish from the people. From the people, there is a group of people, they are foolish, will ask, what is that change them from their Qibla that they used to be upon. Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, throughout the entire discussion, encourages the believers to ignore the cry of the foolish and continue to strive in His cause, like He says in ayah number 48. For every nation, there is the Qibla towards which it turns to essential messages in this passage. That when we are talking about Qibla, we're not just talking about the physical orientation. Rather, through facing the Qibla, we as Muslims are reminded that we are part of a community that has a common way of life, whether it is the relationship with Allah or relationship with each other as sons, daughters, parents, spouses, neighbors, friends, leaders, business partners, etc., etc. Many relationships that you can talk about in our life. And in each of these roles, we are unified by a common aim, which is to please Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Holding on to the two requisites in the believer's life listed in the next passage, which is ayah number 153. Allah says, "Wasta'inu bis-sabri was-salah, inna Allaha ma'as-sabirin." Seek help with patience and salah. Patience and salah. Concluding with the outline, the principles of true faith and a role of proper conduct in the ayah number 177, Allah says, Laisal birr. That means there is no righteous things except, what is it? Righteousness is not that you turn your faces towards the east or the west, but righteousness is to believe in Allah, the day of judgment, and the angels, and the book, the prophet, to spend wealth on relatives, the orphans, the poor, the traveler, and the ones asking to spend in freeing the slaves. Established salah, give zakah, fulfilled promises, and also remain patient in times of challenges, in times of the rough time of your life, which then takes us into the final passage of the Jews 178 to 252 that contains within it various legal rulings. Um, to name of a few, the rulings of Ramadan, Allah says, Kutiba alaykumus siyam kama kutiba ala alladhina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun, which is we are in Ramadan month, and Allah says it is prescribed on you, which exactly it was prescribed before you, for those people before you, so that you can la'allakum tattaqun, so you could be muttaqi, which is you can have the taqwa. And then Allah says about distribution of wealth. Allah also talks about the fasting. Allah says, Shahru Ramadan alladhi unzila fihi al-Quran. And he is talking about the rules. How do you do the fasting? Even though you're sick and traveling, you don't have to do it. So there are some rules. Allah Subhanahu Otala talks about it. And then also he talks about the significance of the phases of the moon, fighting in the path of spending in his path, which is fighting in Allah's path, discussion of hajj and umrah, and their ahkam, and the provision of drinking and gambling, and so many other injunctions related to family life. Allah Subhanahu Otala concludes this passage and providing us examples of the perseverance and faith of the past communities. One such example is the story of Talut and Jalut, the story of a small group of believers who overcame a large army only with their faith in the promise of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. And that was the entire second Juz. I gave you a little bit, summary of the entire Juz, but there are extensive tafsir of these Juz. We can go deeper into it and learn all of these things, inshallah ta'ala. But our goal here today, and from today to every day until the 30th Ramadan, to complete the 30th Juz summary, inshallah ta'ala, in 8 to 10 minutes. Jazakallahu khairan. Thank you so much for listening, watching this video. Inshallah ta'ala, we'll keep continue. Please keep me in your dua so I can complete this goal in this Ramadan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.